Once you get past looking at the delicious food on the cover, you'll discover the delicious story inside the book, Cooking with Love. Author Tinika B. Love has led a tough life, but she's overcome every obstacle she's faced, all with the simple philosophy that food makes everything better. Tinika grew up in Spanish Harlem and currently lives in Connecticut, where she's a life coach. Her inspirational story tells of someone who has faced challenges, overcome them, and is no longer a victim. She says life can be rocky, but good food and great company created the survivor that she is today.
Welcome to my cook show, Cooking with Love. I am your host, Tinika. On this show, we show videos. Of course, we definitely cook with love, and I normally have a special guest. So today, my special guest is Touche, and I hear that he's a dope-ass producer. So I'm excited, and you guys get to know him a lot better. And guess what we're cooking today? We're making baked spaghetti. Look out for this next video, and when we come back, we'll get to cooking.
Bartender, whip, my drinking.
Shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sipping shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sipping shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sipping shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny.
It's going down. Paper stacker, you can find me with a Benji's hat. VIP status, take a shot to the Henny Black. Take a shot, tell a DJ spin me back. And let's toast to the kid who bought the city back. Drinks on me, we getting so wasted. Only one rule, take it straight, don't chase it. Look pimp, don't trick, it's the motto. If you a boss nigga, boss bitches will follow. Tonight's the night, dipping with a model. No cup, no ice, son, I'm sipping out the bottle. I can't lie, sometimes feel like it's a rock star. But tonight, it's the Henny on the rocks, y'all. Block like a spotlight, I do the damn thing. Hood niggas pop Henny like a champagne. I tell Shorty come ball with the winning team. Get saucy, Henny got a nigga lean.
Shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sip shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sip shots of Henny. We gon' get real loose with this one. We give shots of Henny. All night, we sip shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny.
It's going down.
Niggas know what's the role model. Smoke weed in the brown bottle. Keep pace, so we don't need to chase. I move state to state with that thing up on my waist. Your boy hit the bar and they know what I'm here for. Them shot glass, chuck it back and then pour more. Game time, I'm drinking like Artest, Hennessy and Red Bull, mix it with the Hypno. It ain't St. Patrick's, but I'm acting like I'm Irish. Your ass can't hang if you can't hold your liquor right. Fuck it though, we all getting drunk tonight. Stumbling out the bar, screaming out water life. Cuff her tight if you don't wanna lose your wife. Blame it on the Henny, that's why she getting broke tonight. Call me up, a smooth operator. One night stander, boy, you can have her, I'm gone.
We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sip shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sip shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sip shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny.
It's going down. Knowing me, I can't take one shot of Henny. Tryna drink the whole bottle until that shit empty. Drinking so much, now I can't even think. Telling this ugly chick, if I have one more drink, then we gon' get it in. But I'm only getting head cause me and Becky is best friends. Yeah, we party it up till the party end. Wake up and do the same thing all over again. Okay, it's J Borg in this bitch. Patron in my cup, but Henny in my shit. Is that black Henny, bitch? Come take a sip, come walk with me, great. I'm buying out the place. Shots and Hennies to the face. Now you screwing up your face. And you earning at the bar and grabbing at your waist. And now you grabbing at your face. Next time, work, go at a slow pace. Me, J Borg, got down the whole bag.
We give shots of Henny. All night, we sip shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny. All night, we sip shots of Henny. We got, we give shots of Henny.
like that video? It was dope, right? So now I'm going to introduce my guest. Again, his name is Touche, and he is a producer. Touche.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing out
Hi. No.
Oh, we don't do that?
Yeah, we just.
Okay.
We give love on this show, okay? So, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Welcome to my show. I'm so glad to have you.
Yes.
You ready to get to cooking?
Yes. I think I'm ready.
You know what we're cooking today?
Baked spaghetti?
Yeah, baked spaghetti. Have you ever had baked spaghetti?
No, I actually
Have you ever heard of baked spaghetti?
I heard of it, but I never had a chance to try it.
Alright, so I have like special ingredients that I always use. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. While you're cooking, we're just going to get to know you better. So I have questions that I'm going to ask you about what you do, and just going to let the world know why you get to learn how to cook a new dish that's in my book, Cooking with Love, Lost the Battle, Won the War. Okay? So you ready to get to cooking?
I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm going to just introduce the ingredients that we have. So right here we have fresh garlic, which I'm going to have you mince. We have Velveeta cheese, ground beef. We have sharp cheese, ketchup, and of course spaghetti. And over here on the spice rack, I have spices that I'll have you get as well. Okay. Alright, so, and along with that, we are going to pair it with some garlic toast, okay?
Garlic toast.
You can make it on your own, or you can get it like that. That's actually a pretty good brand. You ever had that one?
Yes, I did have that before.
Yeah, so it's really, really good. So that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to enjoy the meal, and everyone is just going to get to know you, okay? Alright. So, the first thing I'm going to have you do is mince the garlic. And how you mince the garlic is you just chop it up like real fine.
Okay.
Maybe you want me to show you what I'm talking about? I'll show you a little bit. Because again, you're going to be cooking. And so, I just take it and just like cut it up like this. Just chop it up.
Very fine pieces.
Yeah, very fine. Just keep chopping it up. I mean, you can take the easy route and put it in the process and do it, but I actually like the process of doing it myself. I always use cooking as a way of therapy, so I'll put my muscle into it. Okay? So I'm going to have you mince the garlic, and while you're doing that, I'm just going to ask you some questions. You think you can handle that?
I can handle it.
Okay. So, ready?
Yes.
Get cooking. You already washed your hands, so we want to disclose that. So you already washed your hands, and be careful with the knife. If that one is not comfortable for you, we can find another one, okay?
That's fine. I think I'm doing great so far.
Yeah, you look like you're doing great. Take your time. Don't rush. There's no rush. But in the meantime, while you're cutting that up, so you're a producer.
Yes, I'm a producer.
Oh my goodness. So what made you get into music, first of all?
What made me get into music, it was always in my bloodline. My dad plays the bass, and my great-grandmother was actually an opera singer. So music was always in my background. And,
I love opera.
And you know, growing up, I used to watch my older brother. He used to come home with beat tapes that he made at his friend's house.
Okay.
And then he'll be like, played on the stereo when moms go to work, and then, you know, that inspired me to want to do it.
Yeah.
And I was always fascinated with just how things sound and just creating things new.
Okay, so that's how you got into producing?
Yes.
Okay. Let me backtrack a little. Where are you from?
I was actually born in Germany, but I was raised here in New York.
New York? Where in New York?
Yonkers.
Yonkers? Okay.
And I lived numerous places. I lived in Alabama, Florida, because I was a military baby, so my dad was always moving around. He was never stationed.
Okay. So how was that like being, I mean, I know I'm getting a little off topic, but that was interesting. How was that being like a military baby and moving around?
It's very difficult because once you get settled in somewhere, then you gotta just get up and then, we moving again, and things were just not stable at that moment, but I always had an ear for music. And then once I got into one spot, I just started taking advantage of it. You know, I went to school, I was in a drum band in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, just music just all in my background.
Okay, you were in a drum band, and correct me, but there are different parts of the drum. What part did you play in drum?
I played the quads.
The quads?
Yes.
Okay. And how was that?
It was pretty difficult at first, you know.
Did that help you have like an ear for music?
No, I just naturally picked it up.
Naturally picked it up. It's a gift that
I got in trouble for drumming in class, teacher. Who did that? And, you know,
oh, okay.
I
So
I wasn't doing
then
it.
you wound up being great at it because it's a natural gift. You know, it's part of music, so it's definitely a natural gift. You're doing very good with that garlic. We're just going to continue to mince it and continue to talk. So you said that you loved music, and so that's what made you get into producing.
Yes.
So what type of music do you
I wouldn't put a category on it, but I'm like an all mellow around producer. Like
Okay.
I'm like, I got a mixture of like a Pharrell
Uh-huh.
type of Swiss beats.
Mhm.
You know, I'm just very versatile, and you know, I just try not to limit myself to one sound.
Okay, and you being a producer, what type of programs do you use?
Right now I'm using an MPC 1000,
Okay.
and I have a MIDI controller, which is a Akai MPK, and a MacBook.
Okay.
Yeah,
A MacBook, and you've been producing for how long?
about 10, 12 years now.
Okay. And we're going to talk and cut.
Okay.
Okay. So you've been for 12 years, you said?
Yes.
Okay, and 12 years. Wow, that's a long time. Did you take any breaks in between?
Yes. Life stuff that happened in life.
Yes.
You know, it makes me take a break from music for a while.
Okay.
But I felt like once I always got back to music, it helped me stay on track in life.
Yeah,
And
music is life. It actually changes the way your brain functions. Music.
Yes.
Yes. So it definitely makes you more creative. It helps with anxiety, depression. It helps with a lot of different things. I know music do for me. I love music. Besides cooking, I
Right.
definitely love music. So it definitely helps. And so you've been producing for about 12 years now. Who have you worked with?
Well, my first break was with Rough Riders. First, I was an intern there,
Okay.
and then eventually I got offered a position as engineering there.
Okay.
So once I started engineering, I was able to have access to start touching more equipment, and then, you know, I worked with people like Murder Mook,
Okay.
DMX, Cassidy. You know, a few Rough Rider artists that was on the label at the time. And I done did stuff with Shadyville,
Okay.
G-Unit. You know, I
Yeah.
had a song with one of 50 Cent's artists. Right now, I'm currently working on Rowdy City,
Okay.
and we've been on tour.
I was just about to ask you, how have you been like on tour with the artists
Yes,
and things
yes,
like that?
we went on-
So how's that experience?
The experience is great. You know,
You gotta chop
like
it up a little bit more finer.
you know, the experience is great. You get to travel, and once you like leave from where you at, the experience coming back is like life changing, because you know, I feel like there's nothing I feel like I can't do anymore. I don't feel like I'm limited to anything. I feel like, you know, traveling and stuff and going on tour, that's a major accomplishment in my life.
Okay. That definitely is a major accomplishment, and is a great experience.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure you have like a lot of stories to tell.
Yes, a lot of stories.
So what we're gonna do is, when you're finished chopping that up fine, we're gonna go to a video, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so when we come back, we'll have the garlic minced, and then we can start cooking the ground beef after this video.
It seems like general, but it ain't even about me. About my niggas giggity. Look out for the mixtape, gun in the man. YO, stand up. All my niggas in the feds, one love. All my niggas in the state, stand up. I see you, gun in the man.
After you fit it, let it melt in your brain. These lames hurt in the game. Cause of them things, my body hurt when it rains. Whole town full of clowns, like the circus done came. They get arrested and get questioned, they gon' chirp them your name. I pop a perk for the pain. I'm the best with the flow, my shooter with me. He gon' follow wherever I go, and he letting it go. I'm just letting you know. I get the bank and throw a couple head cracks in a row. I'm still stuck in the jets, still run with my set. Shit ain't gon' change till a record label cut me a check. They know I'm one of the best. The hammer come with the vest. I be stressed cause a lot of hate come with success. More money for me. In the 20s is green, in the hundreds is blue. The racks stuffed in my trues, I gamble with it like I ain't got nothing to lose. I been that nigga, so I ain't got nothing to prove. I'm the man up on my block. Got a chopper, got a Glock, got a vest, got a block. Shots Ibaka couldn't block. These rappers sending me features, I don't do it, it ain't right. Cause I do it for the love, I don't do it for the likes. And I do it for the thugs that'll do it with the white. Go to Hollywood, they can make a movie about my life. Get a writer, get a script, get a director to shoot it. I'm the man behind the movement, I'll executive produce it. This is more than music, and it's deeper than rap. I'm in your hood, top down, with the heat on my lap. As far as the city go, they know I got the best flow. I don't even spit crack, I got a crystal meth flow. If this is how life is, I wonder how death go. First place in this rap race, on your mark, set, go, nigga. I just hope the feds don't acknowledge it. I get drug money direct deposited.
Welcome back. Did you like that video? It was hot, right? So, touche. So you ready to get to cooking the meat. Now that you have the minced garlic, we're gonna put the ground beef on, and we're gonna let that brown, and we're gonna put the spaghetti in the pot. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you grab the ground beef and the garlic and the spaghetti, and we're gonna walk over to the stove.
Okay.
Okay. I'll grab one for you. Okay, so you go over here, and I'll be over here, and what we're gonna do is start browning the ground beef. So you're gonna put this fire on the medium. I'll put it on for you. Medium heat. And again, as we're cooking, I'll just be talking to you.
Okay.
You'll be sharing your experiences and your knowledge and everything, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, we're just letting the pot heat up a little, and then I'm gonna have you get some spices from the spice rack as well, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, we left off with you going on tours.
Yes.
Yes. So, you want to share your experience?
Oh man, let's just bring up one. Let me think of. We did a show with A Boogie, right?
Okay.
It was in Connecticut,
Mhm.
and we had a segment where we have a little intermission where we pass out the bottle to the loudest member of the crowd.
Yeah.
And we happened to pass the bottle out, and we passed it to a minor.
Oh man.
But the owner of the venue, he knew that
that was like something that you have to do on a regular. It was a
exactly. So he didn't say nothing at first. We done passed the bottle out. Usually they're supposed to have a band on and stuff. They didn't do none of that. So it wasn't our fault.
Okay.
And he knew what our routine was, so he waited till after we did it. And as soon as we got in the room, he was yelling at us like, "You know, you just gave out a bottle to a minor."
Did that minor drink it?
I don't know,
No.
but yeah. So we got yelled at for that, and
I think the pot is hot enough so that we can start adding the ground beef to it. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Are you going to break it up? How cute is that?
I know, right?
Okay, so that was the experience, and then you said the manager, he had you in the back, and then what? Like, what kind of consequences did you guys face for that?
Oh, we had to leave the green room, so we had to eventually go back out where we was performing at. But we just like lost access to that part of the night.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I've never seen anybody do this. This is just like so different, so cute.
I know, right?
It's good to be unique. Okay, so you had to leave the green room.
Yes.
Was there any other experiences that you want to share?
When we was in California, we was on tour with Cameron.
Okay.
And we had a rental car that we was using out there, and it was a heat wave that whole weekend. It was like it was like 105 and up, and we kept had to pulling over to get gas, and then whatever the antifreezes to keep the vehicle
going.
it just went out. And
oh gosh, I can only imagine how that was.
So we had to turn it off.
It was like a sauna.
Yeah, we had to turn it off and let it cool down and then turn it back on.
Yeah.
It was just like one of the worst experiences ever.
And how long did you have to do that? Like turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, like.
It was a 6-hour drive. We drove from Sacramento all the way to LA, so it was like 6 hours just non-stop. And so you can imagine it's like 6 or 7 people that's with us. So too much people in one spot, it just started to get too funky. That's
crazy. I can't even imagine. I like the heat, but at some point it becomes too much for just anybody. So definitely, I'm gonna put this fire on a little bit high, and while it's browning, I'm going to have you come over here and get some spices. We already started the.
I can leave it?
Yes, you can leave that there. We're not going far. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you get seasoning salt, parsley flakes, oregano, black pepper, paprika, and one more. So we're going to use a rosemary. Here we go.
Okay.
So I'll just take that, and I'll just pass it to you as needed.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm going to have you, while it's browning, you're going to put the garlic in, the fresh garlic.
No, fresh.
Some black pepper. Yeah, make sure it's all going in. We want it all in there. And so this is a really, really quick dish, and it's definitely affordable. You can feed 8 to 10 people, and it's very, very affordable. And it's out of my book, Cooking with Love, but it's the Kids Corner chapter. So in the Kids Corner chapter, I have like a bunch of recipes that were very successful with my grandkids.
Right.
Yeah, I have 2 grandkids, and so the dish is very successful with them. Actually, they helped me create the whole chapter, the recipes for the whole chapter.
Right.
And we're gonna add some black pepper as well. So, your producer, and I noticed you produce a lot of music. You already named a lot of people.
Yes.
A lot of artists, rather. So, I want to ask you, like, when you first heard the music that you produced on the radio, how was that feeling?
It's like one of the greatest feelings in the world. I feel like that's like one of my accomplishments. But really just the fact that someone took the time to work out with my music is just a great feeling.
Yeah, I know you worked so hard on it.
Yes.
Your music, and it's definitely your passion. Now, when you create a beat, right? Do you create the beat and send it to the artist, or the artist is there while you're creating sometimes?
There's been a few occasions where I made the beat on the spot, and I was able to get a record out of it. For example, I was doing a record with DMX one night, and
you can do the
he was in.
So we're gonna put about 2 teaspoons of this in there.
I was doing a song for DMX. DMX wasn't in the studio at the time, but the person that was able to get DMX on a song with me, he made me kick everybody out the studio, and then he called X up and emailed him the track. X going crazy like, what the fuck? Who is this?
I was just going to ask you, how's it working with DMX?
And DMX is just like, there's no filter with him. You know, whatever he says out of his mouth is just what he gonna say.
That looks really smelling. It smells so good already, and we're not even like halfway done.
Yes, the onion smells great.
Yes, the garlic and everything. It smells really, really good. So while we're letting that brown a little bit more, we're gonna have you spaghetti. So let me ask you a question, because everybody does their spaghetti a little bit different. When you make your spaghetti, do you keep it whole or do you break it up?
Actually, I break it up because it just fits better inside what you're cooking, and I don't want long strings of spaghetti. I like this broken up a little bit. Not too small, but just like half.
Okay.
Half of what is long.
Okay. So we're going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to have you do spaghetti the way you want. We're going to put it in this pot and start that. And then when you finish that, we're going to go to another video.
Okay.
Okay? So,
are we using the whole thing?
Yeah, we're using the whole thing.
Okay.
Alright, so while you're doing that, we're just going to go to another video, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so we'll be back after this next video, and we'll start preparing the sauce for the baked spaghetti after this video. Let me see that wig.
Say you a gangster, that don't impress me none. You say you a gangster, ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself, I ain't getting help from no one, from no one. Say you a gangster, don't impress me none. You say you a gangster, ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself, I ain't getting help from no one, from no one. Yeah, say you a gangster, don't impress me none. You say you a gangster, ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself, I ain't getting help from no one, from no one.
Back at it like a crack addict. All white, everything black, ratchet. If he good, I'ma throw the ass at him. Turn a young boy to an asthmatic. I'm doing numbers like mathematics. 5,500 in the trash bag. Shawty wanna kick it like the last dragon. You ain't talking bread, I hit mad static. Say you that nigga, show me. Can a nigga walk around, say he own me? Hitting licks, riding round on some 4Gs. More fish scale than a poggy. Always with my gun, never lonely. I don't hang with many bitches cause they phony. No, I must be popping now cause they own me. Think because they know my name that they know me. You ain't feeling me, bitch, you hating. Either that or baby girl, you basic. The one these bitches always imitating. You couldn't do this if you traded places. A nigga looking at me all crazy. Ask me if I call him, I said maybe. I've been in the booth going crazy. From and wide, but these country niggas pay me.
Say you a gangster, that don't impress me none. You say you a gangster, ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself, I ain't getting help from no one, from no one. Yeah, say you a gangster, don't impress me none. You say you a gangster, ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself, I ain't getting help from no one, from no one. Yeah, say you a gangster, don't impress me none. You say you a gangster, ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself, I ain't getting help from no one, from no one.
We're back. Did you like that video? It was really, really dope, right? Okay, so now that we have the beef browned and the pasta is boiling, we're gonna cook this until it's al dente. You know what al dente is?
No.
Okay, al dente is like when it's cooked but it's still firm.
Okay.
So you don't want the noodles to be soggy because we still have to put it in the oven.
Right.
So we just want to make it so it's like cooked but still firm. And that's
Okay.
what al dente is, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so what we're going to do now is prepare the sauce. And so I'm going to have you go over to the table. You're going to get the Velveeta cheese and the ketchup. No, just the one cheese and the ketchup. The sharp cheddar cheese is what we put on the end, okay? So we layer it like we're doing either macaroni and cheese or lasagna or something like that. We'll layer the spaghetti and put the cheese, and then we'll bake it in the oven.
Okay.
Okay? So, I wanted to show you, I'm always talking about it, So here goes my book.
Yes, cookbook, yes.
Yes, it's an inspirational cookbook. It has stories about my life, lessons that I've learned, challenges that I faced and overcame. And at the end, there's takeaways, and it's like 48 mouth-watering recipes that you try. So I'm excited for you to get this book, okay?
Okay.
All right. Anything you want to ask me?
Like, what basically got you inspired to want to cook and say, this is something I really have a passion for?
Well, I've been cooking. Well, I've been in the kitchen since I was 3. I grew up in Harlem with my father's mother, my grandmother, and I just was like a homemaker since I was 3. I like to be in the kitchen. I love the process. I like to watch. I like to help. I like to do all of that. But while we're talking, I'm just gonna have you like add this, and so when add the spaghetti. I mean, not the spaghetti. Add the ketchup. Don't be afraid. Just dump it all in. We're gonna keep this pretty low because with sauces, you know, they always pop up and you don't want to burn yourself. And then I'm just gonna add you some of the ingredients that you need to add in here. So along with the ketchup, so we're not using spaghetti sauce. We're creating a sauce out of ketchup.
Okay.
Different.
Very different.
And I'm just going to stir this just to make sure that it's cooking really well. And so the first thing we're going to add is paprika. And as I'm adding you the ingredients, then I'll just tell you, like, I was 17 when I had my daughter. So when I had my daughter, I knew that, you know, my life changed. And of course I had to do grown-up things, and one of the things that I had to learn how to really, really do is cook. So that's when I really started to learn how to cook. I had a boyfriend at the time, and he actually taught me how to cook certain dishes.
Right.
And I remember the first time making like rice with coconut milk in it. Oh my goodness, I used cream of coconut instead of coconut milk.
Oh.
So it's a big difference. The rice was sweet. It was horrible. And from then, I just vowed not to make mistakes like that. So I really made it my business to learn different ingredients, how to cook the right way, and preparing and things like that. So it became like a passion, and I was able to get a lot of things that I wanted out of life just by cooking.
Right.
So I was able to bring families together. I was able to get love, give love, because through food you definitely show love. Exactly. It's always something that families look forward to. So I was able to provide that. I was always one that was hosting dinners or barbecues or holidays, because I love to cook and I love the family atmosphere. I was in a no, you're doing very well. I'm gonna have you add some rosemary. That is looking and smelling so good already. So you ever used these type of spices before, like rosemary and thyme and parsley and all of those natural herbs?
Yes, I have a rack in my house full of them.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm actually thinking about just growing the plants myself. Because we need to all learn how to grow our own food, because the next generation that comes after us, they need something that they can hold on to.
You're going to add the seasoning salt. You're doing very, very good. You can add a little bit more seasoning salt to that. And so you're growing your own herbs in your house. I heard that chia pet actually has like a little herb pet thing that you can grow. And in all of those stores like Walmart, they have like those in-home gardens that you can try, so you can definitely try that. This is oregano. So I'm going to add oregano to there. And I'm going to stir that up. And we're going to put this on low. We're going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. And then when this finished simmering, the noodles is done, you're going to pour the noodles in there.
Okay. And
then we're going to layer it. So before we put the top on, we're going to add the Velveeta cheese. Now, this is my take on canned spaghetti. Like Chef Boyardee, I love Chef Boyardee. I could eat that out the can without even heating it up. So this is like my take on it. And again, the kids loved it. I guess the ketchup. Right. It's like sweeter. So instead of adding sugar, I just created a recipe with ketchup that is already sweet. So we're going to add the Velveeta cheese. I'm going to mix that in. Let that melt. And then we're going to strain the noodles. And so,
this is beautiful.
Let me see how the cheese is melting in there.
Yes.
Oh man. Do you normally, like, as you're cooking, taste like your sauces and stuff like that?
Yes, I like to always let the season marinate a little bit.
Do you find that the food tastes better like the day after?
Yes, because the seasoning finally gets to the root.
It makes it so good. I know. That looking so good. I can't wait to eat that.
Yes, it looks delicious.
While we're finishing that up, and the noodles, when we come back from this video, we'll have the noodles strained, and then you can add it in, and then we're going to start preparing the layering of the spaghetti, and then we're going to get to know you a little bit more. I have more questions for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
After this video, we'll be back.
Hey, yes, we got the city on tilt, baby. Shelly B. Let's go. My eyes blurry, I'm walking funny. Man, I done fell up in the field, spent all my money. But I'ma bounce back, cause I know how to get it. But right this moment, I'm out about it, my head's spinning. I say the windows tinted, oh yeah, we smoked them up. I kept telling the bartender, go and pull it up. I'm in the counter stuff, oh yeah, she loaded up. Let's hit the Waffle House, cause I'ma have to soak it up. I'm out about it.
last video, it was hot, right? Okay, so now that we have the pasta strained and ready, we're going to add it to the pot, okay? Now we're going to mix it up really well, and then we're going to move over to the table and layer it in the pan with the cheddar cheese, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Ready? So I'm just going to dump it in.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, look at all that.
Yeah. So good. Just mix it in so that all the sauce is covering the noodles. Mix it in really well. That is looking so good already. I can't even wait to eat.
A masterpiece.
Yeah, you're doing so good. Now you can go home and make this along with so many other recipes in my
No,
book.
I can start my own cooking show, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm only playing.
Well, hey, you can definitely do some cooking. Cooking show is not just for one person, it's for anybody. I don't know why people feel like they're in competition with other people. It's like enough for everyone to go around. It's enough for everyone to shine.
Right.
You can never be in competition with anyone. You gotta stay in your lane and do what you're designed to do, what you're born to do. And so I truly believe in that. That is looking so good. Look, kind of, it looks like the canned spaghetti, don't it?
Yes.
I know.
So let me ask you a question about your book.
Okay.
Like, what is your one of your favorite go-to dishes inside your book, and what was the inspiration behind that dish?
Okay, so my favorite is actually my signature dish, and that's macaroni and cheese.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like crack, really. I make it different. I add seasoning to the noodles and everything, so it's flavorful throughout. The inspiration was my grandmother. My grandmother made, I was raised by my father's mother, but my mother's mother,
right,
she was like a really good cook too. And she made this macaroni and cheese that was like to die for. And I wanted to create that because I wanted it to keep going, like a family tradition. A lot of the family members wasn't really interested in learning,
right,
and I was. So I learned, and then I kind of like made it my own. I don't think she did as much to it as I did, so I made it my own. So now I make the best macaroni and cheese. She even says that.
Hey, you gotta learn from somewhere.
She drives me crazy. She wants me to make it like every week. I'm making macaroni and cheese. Every week I am making macaroni and cheese. So it's definitely one of my favorites. It's my go-to, and it's actually a dish that everybody requests when I'm offering to bring a dish to any barbecue or anything. They're like, macaroni and cheese, you have to bring in macaroni.
That's like a must.
It's a must. It's like you can't go without it. So back to you.
Yes.
Producer. And you're engineer.
Yes,
so
I'm an engineer
now,
also.
People don't understand what is the difference, and I think you can explain this to me as well, because I'm like kind of confused as well. What is the difference? Because I know being a producer and being an engineer is different. So what is the difference?
Well, the two main different things is that the producer is they in charge of just organizing the whole beat, putting together instruments. An engineer just basically helps EQ your vocals.
Okay.
And they have nothing to do with producing. They just dedicated to just mixing and making sure your vocals go along with the beat.
Okay.
Your voice is not too over the instruments. They just basically there to level everything out.
Level everything out. Okay.
And,
so they never, an engineer never produces.
I mean, there can be engineers that produce, but
well, like you.
Yeah.
But meaning like an engineer wouldn't say I'm making a beat.
Yeah, they would just be. They're basically, their project is making sure you sound the best you can.
Okay.
For your fan base or whatever you're trying to do.
Okay.
They specialize in just that.
And is that like the last process before the record goes out?
Yes. They have to make sure everything is leveled to where when you play it on a certain devices, maybe an MP3, your car. It just makes sure you sound perfect the way you want to.
Okay.
And there's a lot of work into that. I done seen engineers that have been around, like engineers that worked with Michael Jackson and stuff. They sit in the room, they'll be mixing just sounds in one record for like 3 months. They'll be in the room just mixing it and stuff, and that's a very, very, very underrated thing that, yes, they don't get a lot of credit as they should be.
Okay, so the producer gets more shine than the engineer.
Yes.
So the engineer is just working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's never a time where an engineer gets any type of shine on them.
Usually like when you know when they get album credits and stuff, they
Okay.
be like mixed and engineered by this person, and they cool with that. They really don't want anything else. They just want to keep doing what they do. They just right where they at.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, what we're gonna do is like move this over to the table. We're gonna start layering, and I have another question I do want to ask you when we get over there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here you go. I'll just pick this up, and we can start layering the noodles with the cheese, and then we're gonna bake it in the oven. Okay. So I'll help. Don't pour it out. We're just gonna a little bit at a time. That's pretty good.
You sound like it's singing. You hear that?
You hear it, right? It's still sizzling as it's out the pot. Okay, we're gonna lift that up so that we can just layer this. I'll sprinkle the cheese on, show you exactly what we have to do.
That's some nice layering.
Yeah. And so the question that I wanted to ask you was like, when you get your music out there, how do producers get paid?
Producers get paid. They do split sheets.
Okay.
Whenever they work on a record, depending on how much you contribute to the record, you may get a certain percentage. Which you know, that's a process in itself.
Is it based on streams? How is it based? Dump it out.
Well, since the music industry now is going to more stream based, like what is your specific question you want to ask? Like,
well, I know when you're putting your music, like produces music,
right,
is put on a platform, right?
Yeah.
And is that platform and that payout based on streams, or how is it? How do you get paid?
You either get paid by streams. Streams is like another way producers get paid, and just having placements in movies and stuff like that. And you know, it's so much bigger now. The industry is so much bigger now. You can do so much things with ways of getting paid. Producing, you get paid for going on tour and stuff, and doing stuff like that as a producer.
You get paid for going on tours and things like that. So, let me get the parsley. So, would you say that? Excuse me. Would you say that your experience is worth all the hard work?
Yes. The experience definitely was worth it. I learned a lot, got betrayed a lot, but I got back up and just kept going. And I'm glad that I didn't give up on music, because music didn't give up on me.
Absolutely. So you felt at one point that you wanted to give up?
Just stuff that I was going through personally in my life that had nothing to do with music. But I feel like for every step back is always, you come back stronger.
Every step back is a setup for something greater. So you just never give up. But what we're going to do now is put this in the oven. We're going to let it bake for about 20 minutes till it's bubbly and piping hot. And we're going to do the garlic bread. And then when we come back, we'll be ready to eat, okay?
Yes.
All right, so what we're going to do now is go to the next video. You want to let them know we're going to another video?
We get ready to go to the next video. make sure that y'all get something to eat, and we'll come right back.
I'ma get you high today, cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Gone on my mind, everything moves slow-mo. I do with my friends, sometimes do it all on my sunglasses on, I don't need promo. Paranoid as a motherfucker, like uh-oh. Got me looking out for popo. Windows rolled up, tinted out on the low-low. Gotta keep it all in. Chillin' with my best friend. Got my mind so cloudy I can't even see. Oh my God, got me swerving, almost hit the tree. Phone staring at me, why you gotta tempt me? I'm reaching in this bag, but it's empty. You wanna fly? You can just go ahead. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. I think I wanna go to space on space. And I smoke it all right until I'm blasting all up. Light us up, let me show you how. Everybody all together now. Running it down, really got me just feeling it. And yeah, I'm a lady, but I'm so real with it. Got my red bottoms on and my skirt is mighty fitted. Say I don't look like a smoker, I guess I can admit it, yeah. No smoke the regular, just a ganja. Picky girl when it comes to marijuana. I just wanna float, I just wanna levitate. Don't need an elevator just for me to elevate. Like it's my birthday when I go and celebrate. I sneak it in right past the security. I puff, puff, not good at passing, so I puff, 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 puff till I'm blasting off. You wanna fly? You can just go ahead. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. I think I wanna go to space on space. And I smoke it all right until I'm blasting off. Light us up, let me show you how. Everybody all together now. Running around, throwing it down, cocking a pound, smoking a quarter. Don't you fuck with this rotation, regulate and stick to the order. Cheech and Chong weed, everything is 3D. My chinky eyes can't see, plus I need some Visine. I know it's tacky, must be like the so classy. When you're walking past me, that's not lady like this nasty. Try some now, you won't be snappy. Be spending all my money on it and it makes me happy. This bubble gum weed that be smelling like some Laffy Taffy. These corny boring dudes, they getting at me all up in my eardrum. I can't even hear them, they be like, who you here with?
I'm just saying hi.
I'm saying goodbye.
Why you acting so uptight?
You're blowing my high, blowing my high, blowing my high, blowing my high. You wanna fly? You can just go ahead. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. I think I wanna go to space on space. And I smoke it all right until I'm blasting off. Light us up, let me show you how. Everybody all together now, all together now.
Did you like that last video? It was hot, right? So, Touche, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Wait. We gotta do like a big reveal first. I'd like to thank you for being my guest. I really appreciate you sharing.
You're welcome.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Thank you for having me.
You did really good on this dish. I can't wait for everybody to see it. Ready?
Yes.
Let's go. And look at that. Big spaghetti with garlic bread on the side. That's dope. So, what we normally do is we say a prayer before we eat. So, would you mind?
I don't have words.
Okay, we can just say thank you for this food we're about to receive, and I bless you who created it, who cooked it, and we're just gonna enjoy it. Thank you for being my guest. Thank you, Lord, for providing. Amen.
Amen.
Can't wait. I'm ready to dig in.
The cheese is blended in really well.
Yeah,
the seasoning stands out.
It tastes all the flavors, right? You taste the garlic. You can actually taste the different cheese, the
Yes.
Velveeta cheese and then the sharp cheddar. It's really good. You did such a good job. This is so good. This is really, really good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I understand you bought a gift for me.
Yes, we have our new Rowdy Punch. It's the red apple flavor.
That looks so good. That's a new flavor?
Yes, it's a brand new flavor.
Ooh, I can't wait to taste it. I love the bottle. The packaging is so nice. And what does it say? 80 proof?
80 proof. So it's much stronger than the last time.
Yeah. Oh, man. Can't wait. Let's crack that open. Let's get some. While you're cracking that open, I'm just going to talk to you. Thank you so much for tuning every week. You can find my book on Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, the publisher's website, Target.com, and also my website, TinikaBLove.com. Again, thank you so much for tuning in every week, and I appreciate you. We're out.
Cooking with Love, Lost the Battle, Won the War is now available at Amazon.com and other online retailers, as well as directly from the publisher.